Wait, I think the mic is working. Hello everyone, welcome back to my stream here on ZBrush's channel, Maxon's channel, wherever you're watching. For those who don't know me, my name is Layla. You can check out my works on ArtStation and Instagram by typing in my name from the below bar. Just a second, I'm gonna put my phone on mute so I don't get distracted. Yeah, today we're gonna be continuing working on Zelda. She is one of the main protagonists from Zelda game series and Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the most recent entry, game entry. First from Jamaica. Hey, hello, Jace. Hello, hello. Here are some references that I'm using. I might pull some up because last stream people would get confused about what I was sculpting. They're like, oh, is it a goblin? Is that this? Is that that? I'm like, no, that's Zelda. So let me just quickly, maybe it would be a better idea to add it as an overlay. Like so. Somewhere maybe here. Maybe here. My OCD kicks in. I think that's good enough. So yeah, if you have any questions at any point about what I'm doing today, just feel free to ask them in the chat. What should I focus on today? So I don't have a set concept in mind. I like this one. But I want to make it look more semi-realistic, so smaller eyes, probably. But she's missing quite a bit of detail, like her hair braid, like all the jewelry pieces, the earrings is a big one, and obviously the dress got a lot of detailing as well. The links in the description are for Steven Anderson. That shouldn't happen. Well, the name of the stream is correct, right? Oh yeah, so it's just one link. It's not my link. It's Steven's link. Hey Layla, and hey Jace. Hey. Hey Rashan. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Yeah, if you wanna see my stuff, just type in Layla Viscu in YouTube, Instagram, ArtStation. I'm the only one out there with that name. I swear, it's a pretty wild combination of Persian origin name plus a Moldovan last name. I swear no one else has it. It's pretty weird. Okay, so started on her dress, but I'm not quite happy with how it sits. Also, let me know if you can hear me well over the music, and the music is not too overpowering. She's got something that looks like beads going around her arms and her waist and her neck. So I'm just gonna interpret what it is. Maybe it's some sort of stones. I don't think it's wood. Oh. Stones it is. If you guys have any ideas, you can drop them in the chat. Music volume sounds good to me. Cool. Okay, how about we add like a proxy front part of the dress? See what I what I mean. Sorry, I'm a bit sick, so I might sound a bit nasally. Start of the winter here in New Zealand, so pretty much everyone's getting sick right now. Let's Ctrl-Shift-D to duplicate it, Ctrl-W to make a group. Now let's delete the subdivision levels, Ctrl-Shift-Click on the group to isolate it. And now I can delete hidden. You can find it, I believe, in Modify Topology, Delete Hidden. I just have it saved on my menu. Let's go to Deformation and get rid of these jagged edges. It will help ZBrush understand what we want from it. So Polish by Groups, and let's see what it does. Smooths out the edges. Now, that's what we want. Now let's go to ZBrush, keep groups, although there are no groups, so it doesn't really matter. Is it double-sided? No, it's one-sided. Cool. Pretty good result, but I want it to be lower. So let's click half, and I don't want any loops going sideways, so let's let ZBrush know with the ZBrush guide brush. You can find it here. But I want it straight, and it gets it. Very smart tool. But I still want it lower, so let's do it again. And again. It's not that bad. Let's stitch these two and move this one. And hey, it's a pretty good topology. Hey Layla, how are you? Hey, Ellis, Bill, I cannot pronounce your name. If you can let me know how I should call you, what I should call you, that'd be nice. Because I know you come to the stream almost every single time, but I don't know how to pronounce your nickname. N is enough? Cool. Prussian, it looks like jewelry. Yes, yeah, it does. Oh, you're in New Zealand, that's cool. Yeah. I am in New Zealand, the land of hobbits. Quite a few people don't know it's a country. But it is. A small one. But it's a country. Let's make it go around, kind of like tuck in to the dress. So maybe like this. We can give it some thickness. Hey Layla, good morning. Hey, the frogs. Okay, I'm doing my best, okay guys? If I'm butchering your nickname, drop in the chat what I should call you. Wait. So, I'm gonna try and put all the elements that are missing in there. They're not gonna be polished, but it's gonna be a start because it's quite a detailed character. what was the inspiration for picking this character? The game that just released. I love Zelda universe, and if you never played any of the Zelda games, I truly couldn't recommend it enough. It's just a beautiful universe. If you like Ghibli films like Spirited Away or Princess Mononoke and like My Neighbor Totoro, this is that, but in its own universe and with beautiful characters. And yeah, these are the screen grabs from the game itself. It just released on May 12th, and the whole world is playing, including me. So that's the inspiration. Very cool. Yeah. It's a cool game. Oh, she's got these like braided, I don't know what to call it, like trims. And I'm thinking of what's gonna be the best way to make them. They're not quite braided, they're like folded. It's a bit of a weird dress. Did you do her body on stream or your own behind the scenes? I did it on stream, the whole thing. It's still a work in progress. Like her hands are... oh. Oof. They look... yeah. And her feet as well. But yeah, her body was made on stream. You can check it out on the channel. It's previous streams, I think 2 or 3 of them. We focused on that. Okay, for now, how about we just... oop. Just do this. Wow. That's a pretty cool result. But what we want is just this. Maybe a bit thicker. So as you can see, I'm trying to work very... what's the word? Like, trying to keep everything low poly, or as long as I can. Because it gives me really nice control over all of the shapes. Screen grabs from the game, that looks so cool. Yep, you should check it out if you can. Of course, if you have a Nintendo Switch. Just FYI, since you're a fan of the Zelda universe, I'm working on the composition of the goddesses of the Triforce. Whoa, that's so cool. If you could drop your name in the chat, or like, I think the links are disabled. I think I can change that. But I'd be keen to check it out. If you could like give your Instagram or something. Yeah, so are any of you playing Zelda at the moment? Can we export PBR textures maps from ZBrush like Substance Painter? I don't think PBR is the word for ZBrush. No, you can export out normals, displacement, aka height in Substance. You can export out diffuse or albedo, depending which one you prefer. The map exporter. You can also export out, so texture from polypaint is your diffuse, normal is normal, displacement is height. Ambient occlusion, I mean, you could bake it in Substance as well, but you can save it from here. And cavity. Again, if you want. You can't export out roughness. Like, you can paint roughness maps here, but they won't be visible. So you can paint black and white mask and then export it out as a texture map and then say it's roughness. You can do that, but then it's not gonna be the same as in Substance Painter. You don't get immediate feedback of how it's gonna look like, what it's gonna look like. So yeah, that's the answer. The easiest way to export it is just to fill object with some color or paint some stuff on it. Now it needs to have UVs. Right now my object doesn't. And then in texture map you can just click create new from polypaint. And then the UV map you can set the size of it. So 4K or 8K. Now just new from polypaint. You can either create UVs in ZBrush or any other software of your choice. In ZBrush you do it here. I'm not gonna show it right now, but at some point of the stream I will be making UVs. Maybe not this stream, maybe the next one. It's a bit too early for them to come into play. I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom. Yay! No spoilers. Hi Layla, nice Zelda. Oh, thank you. That's an improvement. Last stream it was called a goblin. Although, she did look like some sort of a goblin. I think I showed you the improvements that we made from the previous stream. She looked a bit funny. As in, like, bad. At the beginning all models look like goblins or worse. Yep. Amen. Did I turn off the chat? I did. Do you guys mind that I turned off the chat? Like, it used to be a chat on the left, but it was blocking some of the windows that I would bring up. Like so. Yeah. Let me know. Let's group by normals and increase polygroup. No. Dynamic. Sweet, that's in place. It's good this way. Which way? This isn't really a spoiler. Has OOC? What's OOC? Has always been my favorite installation. Ocarina of Time? No, OOC. I don't know what it is. I hated Breath of the Wild. It didn't seem like a Zelda game at all. Yeah, it didn't. Neither does Tears of the Kingdom. It does its own thing. But you gotta embrace it. I don't want to go on a rant about it, but like one of my coworkers said, like he was further ahead in the game than I was, and he was like, "Oh man, I love that they brought back the temples." I was like, "What? They have temples now? Like proper temples? Like in the previous games?" Like in my head, I didn't ask that, so I got really hyped, and I got to my first temple, and it was nothing like the previous games because I don't want to spoil anything, but it was not like the previous games. That's all I can say. And it's okay. They're trying a new thing. It's fine. I personally still love it. Ocarina of Time, yeah. Oh yeah, OOT. It feels more like OOT. Does it? I feel like it's an improved version of Breath of the Wild. So they added these champions or sages as like your companions, and you don't feel so alone anymore. That feels nice. Also, there's more interactability with like NPCs. You can go into battles with like groups of people, with like actual knights and stuff. You can call them knights. Wanna lower her armpits. They're a bit too high. Should have found some good armpit reference. As weird as it sounds, sometimes that's just what you gotta do. Excuse me? It's not what I'm looking for. It's like a mix of Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I guess in some way. It would be unnecessary to see the chat on the screen. Well, people who are watching from Twitch won't be able to see the messages from YouTube, and vice versa. And there's also like Facebook people, even though it's very little percentage. But basically, if I'm not reading the message, you guys don't see it. And but yeah, like, up to you. Might have smoothed it out too much. Would you apply dynamic subdivs later to get thickness, or is it just a preview? So there's some dynamic subdivision thickness going on here and here, not here. Sorry, just here for now. I will add thickness at the very end when I'm happy with how it's looking. But for now it's way easier to manipulate when it's one-sided. When you have a two-sided mesh, it gets trickier, so I prefer to keep it one-sided for now. Oof, her hands have seen better days. I really want to work on them, but also have so much more stuff to do. You'll see me jumping around the whole model like crazy, so apologies for that. Just the way I work. Or these should be bigger, I feel like. Zelda is really muscular. At least my version is. Hi Eugene. I can see YouTube chat messages. Oh, you can. Interesting. Will you work here or is it final? No, it's not final at all. Of course I'll work on it. I'll work on everything. Nothing is final at the moment. Like, nothing. It's the very first stage after the blockout. I just combined all the blockout parts together, and now I'm starting to refine them. And it's a slow process. Very slow. And I'm gonna make stuff, and then I'm gonna delete stuff, and I'm gonna like scroll back and redo stuff. This is an ugly and unappreciated labor. When you finally post a picture with your final render and people scroll past it, maybe they scroll back and like it, maybe they'll even leave a comment. That's it. That's not what we do it here, is it? Personally, I do it because I feel passionate about the game and the character. Might be a bit too defined this way. A cool trick, if you have like something very contrasty on the model that you want to tone down, you can mask out the area. Let's say it's this area. Go to deformation and then in contrast, bring it down. Maybe to -35. Maybe like so. Yeah, that's better. Oh well. Guys, let her cook. Asking if she's done with this offended it's looking. It's looking that it's not necessarily, I promise. Not quite sure what you meant by that. Oh, it's not necessary. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's okay. I don't get bitter about it. No, nothing is final. Some people just like jump on stream and they don't know what we're doing here. I'm not saying that you did, but some people are just like purely unaware of what ZBrush is, and that's why I'm here to teach that it's a slow process. And I assume that people are here to learn, because if you didn't want to learn, you could just go on mid-journey and create art in a few clicks and a few text prompts. But that's not true art, is it? It's not. Unfortunately, you don't create anything. So I've been sculpting my dwarf pretty smoothly so far. Got the arms and legs pretty much down, but I'm kind of stumped on the hands and feet. I can't get it down for some reason. Any tips? Hands and feet. Yeah. Bunch of reference. That's the only thing that's gonna help you. I'm the same. Look at her feet. They're gonna be covered in water probably, so I'm not too worried about her. Her hands though, yeah. it's still from the blockout stage, so I haven't sculpted anything on them. It's just a bunch of cylinders and cubes mashed together into one shape, so it looks pretty bad right now. I don't currently have any hand references on screen available, but I will find a bunch for the next stream and I can show you. Yeah, finding some 3D scans can help. Just analyzing other dwarf models on ArtStation. Sometimes they'll have like turnaround clay mesh renders, and you can like observe how the hands are sculpted. Just imitate that. Don't copy someone else's work, but copy like 20 works from 20 different people. Some will be like 2D, some will be 3D. Take a little bit from all of them, and then you can be called an artist, because we all imitate. And it's okay. It's okay to imitate. Not okay to steal. That's my beef with Midjourney. Because us as humans, we can, over time, grow and evolve in terms of our art style. So we can take a bit of knowledge from this artist and a bit of inspiration from this artist. But then, by the end of the day, we have some innate creativity, and some people call it talent, inside of us, that allows us to see world and stuff in our own creative ways. And we apply it to our work, and we come up with something completely different. What AI does at the moment is that they have this huge database on each and every artist out there, even on me, probably. And you can type in like, make a Zelda fan art portrait, Tears of the Kingdom in Layla Viscu style, and we'll do it in a matter of seconds. But all it will do, it will copy my style over the years. It will not progress with me. Unless I give it, like, my new artworks, then it will. It's a heavy topic. Sorry, I went on a bit of a rant. As much stump as I was in the beginning with eyelids, almost. Yeah, eyelids can be tricky as well, although I kind of figured out my own approach towards them. Again, not my own. I think I looked it up from someone and I really liked it, and then I sort of just added a few tweaks to it that I liked. You can watch on how I made her eyelids in the previous streams. Hey, hi Georgie. Could you very quickly explain how subtools work, please? Thank you. Subtools are basically just separate models that you store in this menu. Kind of like layers in Photoshop, but they are objects. You can switch between them by holding down Alt and clicking, and you'll see that they highlight and they become active, meaning that you can sculpt on them. You see, this one is active. I can't sculpt on the dress. I'm sculpting on her body right now. If I switch, I can sculpt on the one that is switched onto. I usually start from like a sphere, which you can append here. Let's say if I wanted to make, I don't know, her earring. So you see, like, I added the sphere, started like modifying it. Now it's its own subtool. You can rename it into earrings. Also, make sure to keep your subtool menu clean, not Zelda underscore version 004, 003. Yeah. I'm messy when it comes to subtool naming. Don't do that. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. A slow process, but addicting one it is. Agreed. Hi Layla, your Zelda's looking great. Have you ever played any of the retro Zelda games? So I couldn't play Ocarina of Time because I don't have, was it Nintendo DS? So yeah, I don't have an old console. I know there is a way to play it on Nintendo Switch, but you need to pay a crazy amount of money just to play one game because you need like a special subscription, and then you have to buy like an expansion pack for like $100 or whatever. So I could never play it, so I watched the playthrough. I loved it. And then before that I played Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. Nothing earlier than that. I guess it's not retro, but it's older entries in the game series. Okay, AI has stopped and regulated, that's for sure. Has to stop and be regulated, that's for sure. There are some regulations being introduced in different countries at the moment. Unfortunately, it's not fast enough because it's learning so fast, and not a lot of people, like not all people are gonna use it for good, you know. There are already like fake art profiles of people pretending to be people. Like, it's always been that way, okay? There'll be some imposters. There are some people who are actually feeding art of one particular artist to the network of, like, AI network, and then just imitating their styles by outputting like 20 artworks a day. Then they'll have like thousands of them on their profile. Which is like, why? Like, artists can see that it's fake. Normal folk, they can't, but then I don't know, I don't get the point. How can we create high poly of a gun? A very simple thing. ZBrush? I would start with a cube and then I would extrude stuff out with the Z modeler brush. It's more of a hard surface thing. If it's more of a like fantasy gun with like organic shapes, maybe I would sculpt it first and then I would retopo it somewhere outside of ZBrush. You can do it in ZBrush. But personally, I don't like do topology. I don't do topology here. But yeah, you could take either route, either sculpt it or model it. I started learning ZBrush today and I've been having so much difficulty adjusting my mind to how objects work, lol. It's okay. It will be some time before your mind is adjusted, especially if you're coming from another software. Just treat this as an outliner if you worked in Maya or 3ds Max. And this is your viewport, so to speak. This is your perspective. Perspective off, perspective on. and then most of the time you'll be working in symmetry on like human stuff, so you only need to work on one side. Yeah. Do I say not as I do? Not sure what you mean. Look who it is, the mystery girl from the faraway lands. I like your beanie. It's nice to see someone finally appreciate the sophisticated culture of beanie culture. I love beanies. Amen. Although I'm not religious, amen. I don't have a really good hair day today, so hence hat. I'm not sure if it's flipped for you guys or not. Is it? Can you read it? Might be flipped. Or no? Can't see because like, the screen is so small. Yes, and beanies for the win. I think it's my second stream in the beanie, because I got a little bit sick and I feel extra cozy when I'm wearing one. You have a soothing voice. Thank you. Although it's a bit of a raspy voice today. Sad hair day or bad haircut? No, just a bad hair day. Not bad haircut. I don't really get haircuts. The hair just grows. Do as I say, not as I do. Keep your subtitles organized. Yeah. Kind of like that. I'm a bit messy when it comes to 3D. Just because I'm really like excited and eager to get stuff on the canvas, I forget about like management in terms of subtools and other stuff like life. For instance, drinking my tea that I made an hour ago, which is barely warm right now. But here, I would personally like to have more reference than I currently have. I can only imagine what the folds would look like on a dress like this. Oh, sick or no, I hope you feel better soon. Oh well, it's okay. It's only temporary. Just a sarcastic joke. Yeah, I got it. It's okay. Well, I don't know if you can relate, but I have very thick, luscious, beautiful hair, and it's hard to control. Usually a beanie helps. A beanie hides it. Doesn't help it. Still the same. At least for me. Vitamin C and stay hydrated. Yay. Good advice. I promised to find more drapery references for the next stream. For now, that's all you get. Well, because it gets squished together, and when I remove it and style it, it looks a bit... it looks alright. There are days I look at my hair and I'm thinking, whoa, your hair is nice. And other days, oh, it's disgusting. Yeah, I've been there. Love and hate relationship with my hair as well. Well, most of my childhood and teen years, hated it. I wanted to have the straightest hair possible, and I envied all the girls that had straight hair. Not anymore. Guess it's about embracing it. Not on days like this, it's hard to embrace it, because it looks like a dead animal. But it looks really nice when it's a good hair day. Okay, what should we do next? I feel like it should go like sort of like this. Let's give her like a proxy. Choker thing that she's wearing. We can duplicate it and then slice it, I guess. And now if we isolate these two groups and say in the stroke polygroups, frame mesh by polygroups, now it should do it nicely. Cool. Make it thinner. Delete. I want to watch full stream, but it's midnight. It's okay, we can just come back in the morning. The stream will be here. Not live, but it will be recorded. Go get some sleep. I do like my hair, but it's hard to contain. I'm very thankful for it. It also seems to be a chick magnet. Ladies seem to like my boy band hairdo. Fair enough. There's always a trade-off in life. Some people want straight hair, some want lighter hair, some want to be taller, shorter, thinner, or bigger. You work with what you have. Yep. That's it. Not only you work with it, you have to embrace it. Which is the toughest part. You can like change your appearance for your whole life and you still won't be satisfied. That's the trick. Okay, shall we sculpt some of her stones in her necklace? What is she wearing? Okay, so I'm looking at some references. She's got these light brown, dark brown, and turquoise stones in it. And then she's got the teardrop pendant. Oh, let's save, by the way. Let's append the sphere. And let's sculpt some stones. Hooray. Dynamesh it. Scale it down. Scale it up. Turn on, get your trim dynamic brush. And start sculpting. I don't want it to be too detailed because it's gonna be quite small. Go from camera and like physically it's a small piece of jewelry. And now you can go to clay polish. Let clay polish do its magic. Maybe turn down soft. Yep, that will do. Cool, that's the first stone done. How about we make like 3 or 4 of them? Ctrl-Shift-D. Let's rewind time on this one. I played too much Tears of the Kingdom. I'm rewinding time, not going back in history. Hate it. Heal it a bit. Oh, second one done. That's true. I removed a lot of self-pressure of modifying myself. Nice sculpt, by the way. Thank you. Looks nice, especially the ears. Are you going to make the sword? Of course. What kind of question is that? Zelda is not Zelda without a sword in this game, apparently. Look, she's holding it. Now I'm looking forward to modeling the sword in ZBrush. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be challenging because I'm still like making myself learn ZModeler. Because I come from the background of hard surface modeling in Maya. My brain is hardwired to think in Maya like tools and stuff when it comes to like extrusion, but I'm slowly but surely teaching myself on how to use ZModeler. Also, there's really nice sunrise light in the background, if you can see. Just notice it. People are starting to wake up. It's 7:46 AM in New Zealand, Monday morning. Oh, here's a question. Which game had your favorite Zelda design? Tough one. So I'm torn between Ocarina of Time when she's a baby. It's the cutest design ever. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Zelda Ocarina of Time baby. I mean, she's not a baby, she's a child there, but she's so cute. And then the most favorite one has gotta be Skyward Sword. She's just, I don't know. I feel very emotional when it comes to that game. I feel it's the most wholesome relationship that Link and Zelda have in the game, in all the games. So I'm a bit biased. I don't know why, but you know the warning ZBrush gives you when you're trying to something irreversible. All of a sudden, for the past couple of days, the warning only stays for a fraction of a second and disappears before I make a selection, so it just ignores the command. So sculpting has been hard and impossible the past couple of days. You know why? How to fix it? I'm not quite getting what you mean. You know the warning ZBrush gives you when you're trying to do something, I guess? Irreversible. Could you please elaborate on irreversible part? I'm not quite getting what you mean. Trying to do something irreversible. Not sure what you mean. Sorry. I asked about the sword because I'm still learning hard surface in ZBrush. Yay! Come back in like 2 weeks time? I mean, you can come back next week and I'll still be here sculpting Zelda. Sword will come after that. This is fine. Oh, nice pick. Her original design has a nice spot in my heart. I haven't played Skyward Sword yet, but I like her design on it. She's really sweet. And Skyward Sword, it's got its own, like, flaws, I guess. But I love it. It's a bit tricky to play. Because of the motion controls. So for those who don't know, in Skyward Sword you have to utilize what are they called? Well, basically the motion controls in the controllers that track your movements of your hands. So depending on how you move your hands, that's the way you're gonna make the character act in a game. So let's say if you're slicing, you're trying to like slice something with a sword, you have to do it either this way, you'll do it kind of like vertically. If you go this way, you will do it horizontally. Yeah, I've never played a game like this before, and my wrists after like 3 hours were on fire. But I got used to that after a while. How about detect edges? Let's see what it does. Adaptive size. Yeah. Binormals? No. There are no curves there. What would be the best way to retain it? I mean, it's a bit too high poly though. Maybe I'll just go down the decimation master route. Maybe even lower than that. Can I go lower than that? Well, now let's smoosh them together. Let's create order groups. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, the V, those controls, yeah, those ones. Like merging subtools, you can merge the subtools, not merge the subtotal, or merge them and turn off the warning till the next restart. Subtotal was an autocorrect. What's the warning when you merge the subtools? Merge down. This is not an undoable operation. Oh, okay. Yeah, you press OK. So you get these warnings all the time? It disappears before I make the selection. Oh, that's weird. Which version of ZBrush do you have? Usually reinstalling it will get rid of the problem. That's a bit of a weird bug. It should only appear when you're trying to merge stuff. Sorry about that. This shouldn't be happening to you. Ooh. I like the contrast in her designs, how they have played with softer features to harder ones in the older games. I really like her design in Twilight Princess. Oh really? Where she has like darker hair. I like it, but not as much as the other installments. Okay, how about we make it a brush? Insert mesh, new. Now in stroke, let's turn on curve mode. And let's see what it does. Oh no. It's not what I wanted. Okay, and if I don't turn on the curve mode, maybe I specified the groups badly. How about we try it again? New insert, new frame, stroke, curve. Okay, but now it's sideways. Not quite what we want. If we rotate it... Sorry guys, just experimenting. Yep, now it does what I want. Just this. Now let's insert the middle edge and then let's crease it. The edge loop complete. Now in stroke you can go to curve functions and turn on creased edges. Ooh. Uncrease all. Crease it again. Crease edges. Cool. Now select the latest brush. And now let's turn on everything but that thing. Oh, was I doing it on the wrong thing? Never mind. Forgive me. Insert, crease. Stroke, frame mesh. Select the brush. And let's see. Yeah, it's looking better. What do you guys think? Is that the right size? Kind of is. Now we can reverse it actually. Put it in the center, the gizmo in the center. Scale it up a bit, so it sort of sits in the middle of those gems. Now let's uncrease everything. Let's delete it. Subtotal, okay, 2022 because I can't afford the subscription, says Maxon bought Pixology. I'm on 2022 as well. Also on perpetual. With these sort of issues, I would recommend going to support, like writing them an email and like screenshotting, or like better off if you have OBS or any screen recording, record it and send it to them. They might be able to help, maybe send you like some sort of a patch for ZBrush. They're usually pretty responsive when it comes to like software issues. Darker hairs, sharper features, there's a more mature and sternness to her design I like. Gives it more sense of history in her design. I see, I see. In my head, Zelda is still like a child, so I guess I respond better to her design in Skyward Sword, because she's younger. I don't know, I guess I feel nostalgic, because in latest installments like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, she is an adult. She's all grown up. Not a teen anymore. She doesn't feel like a teen. Actually, I was lying. I have a reference for her faults. It's a different dress, but it gives me a pretty good idea of what it should look like. So, pardon me. Okay, not to bore you guys to death with these folds, I'm gonna move on to something else soon. Because clothing can take a long time to get right. Okay, so we can do the same trick that we did for her necklace around her waist. Let's duplicate it, delete the subdivisions. Now, again, what did I use? Slice? Yep. Cool. It's a bit too deep, like inset. So let's bring it up a bit. Maybe a bit too much. Cute. Delete hidden. Now we need to bring this piece in the front. And let's do the same thing one final time for her arm bracelets. Place. They're roughly around here. Stroke, polygrips. Ooh. Actually have a ropes diamond brush. Check and use as well. as like a string that keeps them all together. Cute. What else should we do? Do you guys want to see anything specific? Here's the design. All the rough design. I'm changing it a bit. Probably have another hour or so. If you want to see anything specific today, drop it in the chat. Anything specific, so much pressure. How about the hair design, since it's sad hair day? Is it sad or bad? Okay. Why not? Her hair deserves some love. It is in your role or right workflow to work with total points. Use workflow. No, it's just not overpowering your machine, I guess. Yeah, so maybe not going over like 70 million. But again, it depends on your machine. Some machines can handle 30 million. And it's okay. Like mine can, because it's a machine built for this. I built it primarily for using ZBrush and other software that need a lot of machine power. Ideally, for games, you would need to optimize your model a lot, and for animation as well, just not as much as for games. Right, even here needs love and protection. When learning, do you suggest copying reference or making own characters? When learning, I'd say I wouldn't call it copying reference. I would say translating 2D artwork into 3D. Or do you mean like actually just copying a photograph of some sort of like anatomy model? You can do anatomy studies. It's really good learning practice. If you have like a bunch of photos of a model, like naked, male or female, and you want to just sculpt the muscles and train, by all means go for it. Really good way to practice anatomy. But also just picking a concept that you really like and translating it to 3D, it's gonna give you a really big boost in skills, because most likely you will finish it because you love it. It's not just something that you need to do, it's something that you want to do. Yeah, I'd recommend doing that. I wouldn't recommend making your own characters straight away if you're just starting out, or even if you had like 6 months experience in ZBrush. It might be a bit too early to make your own characters because it can feel really overwhelming. Like, there's a whole other job called concept art designers, concept artists, that specialize in coming up with ideas that they then either draw or sculpt. You can do that, but it's a whole other level. On top of learning ZBrush, you'll need to learn what makes an appealing character, what are cool proportions for an appealing character if it's stylized, the color theory, like the shape theory about the main, secondary, and tertiary shapes. Like, it can be like very overwhelming. So I'd say just pick something that you love at first and just do it. Is Substance Painter hard to learn? Looks intimidating, uncomplex? No. I'd say it was the easiest software I had ever learned. Yeah, the easiest. It's pretty much like Photoshop. If you ever used Photoshop, it's that, with its own quirks and stuff, but very easy. Do you know of an streams, educational videos on sculpting, preferably specifically female anatomy. Female anatomy. And there was this one guy that I used to watch a lot, but I don't remember his name. He's like a Serbian guy. And he sculpts a lot of stuff in ZBrush. He's like bald. You might know him. If you just type in like ZBrush sculpting tutorial, he might come up on YouTube. Let me try that. Yep, he is the first one to come up. Yeah, this guy. Let me open it. Yes. Nope. Guy is pretty good at like explaining anatomy and stuff. I learned some pretty good anatomy from his fixing streams and stuff. Lots of head sculpting, but he sculpts bodies as well. This one was really good, very informative. Yeah, I recommend checking this guy out. Like, you can follow along if you want to learn like how to sculpt a female head. This is pretty good. Like getting character and making them 3D. Thank you, thank you. So logic is any rule. Okay. I don't think Pixelogic is gonna answer you because I'm the only one online here. So you can ask me. And I guess I already answered that question. Oh, hi. Hi, yo here. Hello? Secret elf. Sorry, I just noticed any. Yep, all good. Nico, speed character. Name is Nico? Yeah, I guess. I don't think I've ever caught his name on his videos. He's very straight to the point. He's like, okay, let's get started. So today, we'll make this. I like his vibe. Here should be shorter, right? Are you Romanian? No, I'm Moldovan. Close. He has a Nico look. Nico look. What does that mean? It is any rule or right workflow and work with total points. Sorry if I answered the question like stream. Yeah. I wouldn't say there's a right workflow, just keep in mind the capabilities of your computer. My computer can go all the way up to like 90 million, probably would be the cap. After that, it will just lag. Some computers can't go this high. My computer was built for this. So just know your specifications. I don't see why you would go any higher than 90 million, to be honest. For pores, maybe. But for that, you have HD mesh, which is like this cool thing that allows you... where is it? Geometry HD, sorry. It's like when you're already on subdivision level 7 and you still need more geometry to sculpt pores and very fine detail like that, you can use this. Or you can Google it on how to use it. I'm not gonna show it right now. Yeah. Like, I would recommend splitting stuff up, maybe not on as many subtools as I have, but having more than one subtool helps ZBrush process it better. So if you have two 20 million subtools, it will be better than one 40 million one, if that makes sense. From my personal experience. Because while you're working on one, you can keep the other one low, because you're not working on it. So it will help ZBrush process your file faster and better without any lag. So I can't give you the number of points that you need to have in your scene, but just be gentle with your computer. Nico. What about in game dev? Oh, you're asking about like total points of topology. In game dev, you'd need to, well, for both game dev and animation, you would need to retopologize your whole mesh, meaning that you cannot use this for animation. No way. Even if I bring back the levels, this is not good for animation. This is not good for game dev, obviously. Pretty bad topology. You need to fix it. You need to get it lower and also cleaner. I usually do it outside of ZBrush. There are some tutorials on how to retopologize a character in ZBrush, but it's not its strongest suit. It's really strong for sculpting high-res meshes and modeling as well, and lots of other things. But topology, if you only have ZBrush, there are ways to do it. It's called, I think, if you just type in ZBrush retopology Z-spheres, you'll be able to find it. Also, there's topology brush, which is a brush that allows you to draw like a wireframe on top of whatever you're modeling, as you can see. It adds thickness straight away, so I guess it's not ideal for retopology, but for some stuff it can work. Hello, Taya. Hey, which is super fun, right? I love retopo tools in ZBrush. You do? Cool. Reduce your brush size to 0, it will have no thickness. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. But then it won't create any polys either. Oh, I guess I should draw with this one on. Then reduce it. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Yeah, you can do it this way. Might be a bit tricky to get it right, just because of some moments, like you did something. Oh, it's actually working pretty well right now. Oh, except for this, you see, it stopped creating polygons for some reason. I need to go and like delete it and figure out what's happening. Might not be the best tool for all scenarios, but I use it quite often for like hard surface or when I need to extract certain things from a model. Like on her dress, you see those ornaments? I might do them this way. So I do some basic topology in here. You know someone who's doing a tutorials or something to learn how to do models for game dev? Oh, that guy that I just showed. He has like a whole series on game dev characters. Speed character? Speed... what? What was it? Speed char. This guy. He's got a whole making a 3D game character. Here you go. 38 episodes, final episode. Wow. Yeah, check him out. He's got some good insight. I don't work in the game industry, so I can't give you much. Apart from like sculpting and animation workflow. I want my keyboard now. Why? Zelda. Yes, it is. I'm glad she is becoming more and more recognizable. I want to rework her face again, but trying not to at the moment because of the rabbit hole I don't want to go down at the moment, just because it's gonna take hours to get right, and right now I don't have hours. I only have 1 hour, maybe less left. I'm gonna stream a bit longer than usual today, guys, because I don't have work today. I'm on a break, so I can stay with you for a bit longer. How do you find music today, by the way? I switched the... whatchamacallem, like a channel that I usually play for a different one. So the music selection might be a bit different. Still chill and stuff, but a bit different. I'm waiting for a keyboard to arrive. I ruined my last one and spilled yummy milk on it. I have a hotkey set up in ZBrush and I just want it. Fair enough. I don't know what I would do without my keyboard. My mom is in the chat. Моя девочка, какая красивая героиня, я надеюсь, ты окей? Я окей. Немного болею. Do you know Marco Plouffe? It's a familiar name. Wow. Yeah, I know him by the Elden Frog artwork. Oh wow, he's done some really cool sculpts for Witcher as well. Yeah, cool dude. Really cool artworks. I don't know him personally, but it looks like he streams for ZBrush as well. Yeah. Люблю тебя, выздоравливайся. Посылаю тебе лучики здоровья. Thank you. Спасибо. My mom is being really cute and saying that she wants me to get better. Hello, good chill vibe, sculpting with you. Oh, cool. What are you sculpting? She's got a braid going through her hair, doesn't she? Do I have any braids? Yes, I do. Let's turn off. Let's increase the size to something like this. Maybe bigger. That's about right. And now on curve you can turn on elastic. Maybe let's drag it over here. Now we turn on elastic. And what I will do, we'll sort of stretch it out. Let's lower it down like so. maybe a bit more. Want to tuck it behind her ears, and I also want to split it. Откуда ты родом? С Молдовы. Amazonia Gothic from classic artwork. What is that? Are you like replicating a classic artwork? Ooh. Wow. He looks dope. Is she from some sort of game? Warhammer. Warhammer Age of Sigmar? Is that it? I have some figurines from Warhammer. Hey, have you ever had a thought or need for, since human body is never fully symmetrical, making these little changes so that the model would be more realistic? Yeah, always. But it usually comes at the very last bit. Purely because I want to keep symmetry for as long as I can. And just it makes my life easier. But yeah, adding those asymmetrical bits definitely makes the model feel more alive. Because us as humans, we're asymmetrical as well. Of course, it depends on level of stylization and type of stylization you're going for. Like very stylized characters like Pixar and ZBrush and Disney will have little to no asymmetry. And the more realistic you go, the more asymmetry you'll see. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I have some that I've painted. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. Ooh. Or how the NVIDIA thing works. It's blurring out the background. I don't know if you guys can see it well or not. Probably not, because it's such a small screen. But basically it's a figurine that I got as a gift from my partner. And you get them gray, like these. Well, you prime them, for those of you who know what it means. And then you paint them. It was a really nice practice. Because you had to paint in all the shadows and highlights. So it was a good practice for like hand painting realistic textures. Well, not realistic, but like stylized textures. But for hand painting shadows and light. Because usually 3D software does it for me. But hey, not anymore, it's real life. I'm sorry if I sound a bit nasally. I'm gonna go blow my nose so I can continue working. I'll be right back, guys. I'm back. Yep, it will be a printable miniature. Привет из Унгини. Oh, привет. Cool. Great paintwork, thank you. Yeah, it was my first one, and I really enjoyed it. I got like really in the zone, similar to how I do with ZBrush sculpts. And I just went on with painting for maybe like 6 hours. Like getting up and stuff, but still. Okay, the braid is in. Maybe wanna... yeah, make this one higher. It looks cool. I don't know if it can work that way though. Her skull is not supposed to go this high. But I guess it's a matter of perspective. Because like on the artwork, she's got this bit kind of like bulging out. Okay, how would I approach her here? I would probably split it into parts. Messy because I have elastic turned on. Yep. Find your Instagram, gorgeous work you have there. Subscribed. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Why are you sculpting on the edge of the view? Yeah, I don't pay attention to what you guys are seeing, and I'm just like, for you it's the edge because there's so much information there, like my face and the artwork. I can move to the left a bit, and then I will hopefully naturally sculpt more on the right side. We'll see about that, can't promise anything. Hello from Adelaide. Did I pronounce it right? Sculpting with you. Hey, great, great, Dan. What are you sculpting? Pretty sure I butchered the name of your city. You're from Australia. I know I promised to work on here, but I really want to change a bit of her face. Spider. Cool. One that is, what's the word? I forgot the word. Spider from Australia? I know, pretty bad joke. But you do have a lot of spiders there. Compared to New Zealand. How can I paint in ZBrush? So you grab standard brush, you fill in your object with the color that you want. Okay, this one. You can't paint, you can texture the model. Can't paint them. Not in the traditional way of painting. Like you can add the plane and paint on it if you want. So I filled it in, make sure that the RGB channel is turned on, and now fill object. Is it in color? In color, fill object. And now you can change it to any other color you want from here. And you control the opacity of your brush through RGB intensity. As you can see, I'm painting. I'm just in a different material right now where it's easier to see colors that I'm putting on. It's a bit too early for me to add color, but you know, you asked for it, so here it is. I hope that's what you asked. Again, reminding you guys that it's not a one-to-one match. I'm just using it as like a composition reference because I really like the lily pads and the one that she's standing in, and like the colors are really nice. But I want to make like more of a semi-realistic Zelda. Sculpting a stylized prop for a short animated film. Cool. Oh, sorry, I confused you and the other guy with the spider. Sorry for that. Sculpting a stylized prop for a short animated film. Cool. What was it about the spider? It was like out of the blue. I feel like Zelda's eyes hue doesn't match the one from the game. More like this. Yeah. Also, her eyebrows should be darker. Maybe a bit too much. Okay, I have cotton versus sculpt. What's cotton? Cotton VR sculpt. I don't know what it is. Oh, she's looking really nice. She has that "how do I tell him I'm not interested without being mean" look on her face. Really? Got more of a duck face right now. But thank you, thank you. I guess I'm headed in the right direction. Poly paint either breaks or makes things. When did this happen? And why no one told me? Oh, it just happened. Never mind. ZBrush sometimes does it. Oh, now her lips are a bit too low. Oh well. Is this live will be saved on Twitch? I'm not sure how Twitch works, but based on my experience, this live will be saved on YouTube. I would assume the same would go for Twitch. I use polypaint to help cement shapes and real aesthetic helps. It does, for sure. Still not happy with her face. I feel like it's gonna be a very long process. She looks a bit... what's the word? Puzzled? But you're right, we do have lots of spiders in here in Australia, but they're fine if you leave them alone. Fair enough. Thank you for making me feel better. Gotta smooth out this transition. It's been bugging me for a while. Be a positive guy, hug a spider. I don't think you should hug spiders in Australia. Or anywhere for that matter. To create more of a separation between the eye and the nose bridge. It's not looking quite the way that I want it to. Let's try curve pinch brush. Oh no, did I turn off the symmetry? Okay, so I'm not learning from my mistakes and I always keep on tilting to the right side of the screen, so how about this? Okay, I read that one. Perhaps not, sometimes it's hard, they're just so cute. Do you have any method to do eyes? You can watch my previous stream, well, a few streams ago. That's how I made eyes for this character. Although they're temporary, and I'll probably remake them again in the future. But basically it's just, there's a macro, even append eyes, and we'll append 2 spheres filled in with like a glossy material. And now, once you do that, about a save first. Yeah, you just go to macro, append eyes. See, and you get 2 spheres that you can move. And you can fill it in with any color that you want. Just make sure RGB is turned on. And then you can just give it a few subdivision levels. And paint eyes. She's cute. Thank you. Still working on her cuteness. I'm trying to go away from my style of like very cute characters with big eyes. So I'm really trying not to accidentally make her, well, be the same as the rest of my characters. Not what I was meaning to press. Never mind. She might need like bigger eyelids or something. I feel like her are more of a Asian type, like Mongoloid race, and I'm pretty sure Zelda isn't. I don't know, she's Hylian, which is not a race on Earth. Yeah, that might do it. I was playing Tears of the Kingdom yesterday, and I was just like observing all the characters that are in there that I meet. And for those who don't know, there are like different races in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. And there are Hylians, which are basically humans with pointy ears. Then there are fish people, or Zora, which is like the weirdest combination that works. They're just like really cute. And then there are Rito. Rito are bird people. And they're Gorns, which are rock people. Not even people, they're just rock men. I don't think there are any females. Don't know how that works in terms of reproduction. And there are Gerudos, which are only women. Again, not sure how that works. They're very muscular desert women. And just the diversity of it all just made me want to make all of them. Although I know, like, I've been sculpting this one character for the past 4 streams or so, which is a very time-consuming process. So I can't make them all. But if you guys have any suggestions on what I should make next, which character I should make next, let me know. I'll consider it. Obviously there's the main antagonist of the game. His name is Ganondorf. It would be cool to sculpt some male anatomy for once. Here he is. Also got lots of cool ornaments. That would be a cool challenge to make them instead of ZBrush. Out of ZModeler, I would imagine. Then there's Link, of course. And this mysterious lady. She's cool. Also wearing the same outfit as Zelda. Almost the same. Her eyes look a bit tired. Not sure why. Oh wow, okay. Now she looks like a better rough night. Battling Ganon, perhaps. Yeah, that's better. Yep, that helps. She looks more awake now. That's the power of makeup, guys. And girls. Although I do believe that you should not abuse it. But we give her some fake underwear. Is your hat having a bad hair day? Not my hat. Not only my hat. Yep. Okay, there should be some yellow undertones around her mouth, I'm pretty sure. It's just like color theory of how the human faces work. And then some of her forehead. Yeah, that's all I can think of. And then there should be blues. Let's bring it down in the corners of her eyes. And here, just a little bit. Might have gone over too hard with the yellows around the mouth. very faint, but it does add a difference. And obviously the reds in the cheeks and the nose as well. Okay. Gonna look quite a bit different to the previous version. Yeah. I mean, I like it. That's where we started. That's where we are now. Maybe I would want to add like a more defined cheekbone to her. Let me find a good reference. Hi again, I'm literally going to explode now. I'm trying to understand how to use the freaking edit option. I create an object and it lets me edit, but when I deselect it, I can't go back to edit. Like deselect it. Let me see if I can help you. So let's say I needed to edit this object. You mean like once you create another object, how do you go back to editing the previous one? You mean this one, right? Edit object T. Create another object, you mean the subtool, right? So you switch between them. You can switch between them by... Okay, can't see it on this material, but on this one... Oh, can't see it here either, because it's poly painted. Okay, I turned off the poly paint now. You can switch between them by holding down Alt and pressing. And you should switch between the subtools, and now they become active and you can work on them. Right now I can't work on here, because I'm working on the face. Yeah, so if I append another object, for example, then in subtool, when I press the previous object, the edit option is just not working anymore and it's driving me crazy. It should be turned on. Have you made your Polymesh 3D? Like in the start of your project? What else can it be? It should be on by default. Because otherwise I wouldn't be working in the 3D mode. I don't see how it would be turned off. Shouldn't be turned off. This has been so much fun, Lalo. You should stream more if you can. I will. On my channel. I'll try to stream on my channel this week or the next one because I have a break from work. I have more energy. I'll continue working on Zeri, if you remember Zeri. One of my projects that I've not abandoned but put on hold for the sake of ArtStation Challenge. By the way, if you haven't seen my entry, I finalized it. So yeah, you can check it out on my ArtStation. You could start with a Dynamesh here, maybe that would help. Yeah, let me save. So right now the cylinder is not editable, but then how do I switch to non-edit mode? Because then it would be 2.5D. Not sure. The way I usually start is I append cylinder and I make it polymesh 3D. And now each object that I append will have edit turned on by default. It shouldn't be turned off. I'm trying to think of what could happen that you'd have it turned off. Switch because, I mean, if I do, I can always come back. Like once you create another object, how do you go back? So in that situation when you have two subtools and edit on, if you press edit again and it turns off, how do you go back again and it turns off? How do you go back, go towards? I can't press edit at all without switching to 2.5D. I'm not sure why you would work in 2.5D mode. Okay, switch. 2.5D mode is this, which is weird as hell. I never work in that. I always keep edit on. That's just the way to work in ZBrush, I believe. 2.5D is how ZBrush started, how it originated. It was a 2.5D program that could paint like weird stuff that was both 2D and 3D, but you don't turn it off as far as I know nowadays, unless you want to switch. Sorry, I can't really help. I'm not sure why you would have it off. Like, I get these three things. Let's draw one. No. Yep. Sorry, I'm not sure. What I could recommend is just starting your new scene from like a primitive, making it polymesh 3D so it now is editable. Before that it wasn't editable. And then appending new subtools from here. It should not gray out. Sorry, that's all I can do. How do you go back afterwards? You just press edit again and it comes back. Okay. Layla Twitch channel. That didn't work. I don't have a Twitch channel. I have a YouTube. I just feel overwhelmed with the amount of social media that I need to take care of. I'm already bad at doing it on Instagram. Adding another one to the list. Oof. Might be the end of me. You're not alone here. I cut a lot of it out of my life. Yeah, good on you. I don't want to demonize social media because it can be used for really good things. But it can also teach you bad ways of coping with stress in life. Which is not ideal for a multitude of reasons. Well, it's that trade-off thing. There's good and bad. True. Guess it depends on how you use it. Let's split her hair into parts. Kind of. So let's say this is one part. This is one part. And then we'll sort of split it like this, but then I'll layer hair on top so it doesn't look this bad. Something like that. So this is gonna serve us as a visual guideline to how I wanna like style her hair. So where's the music? Sorry, Georgie, if you could like maybe try setting up a new scene and doing it the way that I told you to. Can you please troubleshoot that? So just add, like, open a new scene, open new ZBrush, and then add a cylinder and add another thing. You still have the same problem as in your file that you're working in? So with like stylized hair modeling or sculpting, there's this rule that actually applies to any sculpting, not just hair. Can be clothing, can be folds, can be just detailing of the character. But there should be some areas of interest and there should be some areas of rest. And what I mean by that is that there should be some areas where your eyes are drawn to when you look at the artwork, but it shouldn't be too much. Because there should be some areas that are just simple and flat, like this one. I'm just now realizing that I should add more areas of rest. Where there is little to none information, just like simple shapes. Because if you have detailing all over your model, it can look pretty cheap, I guess. Even though you've put on so much work into it, you won't attract as much attention as a model that would have like a balanced amount of rest and detail in it. I hope that makes sense. And if you analyze like any of the great paintings in any museums, you'll see that. You'll see that there'll be like this huge battlefield where there'll be like thousands of people getting crushed or riding on horses and like spilling blood and whatnot, like this whole mess of details and information at the bottom, and then there would be like sky with like some clouds in it, but there wouldn't be much detail in there. It would just be like simple and easy to look at, maybe some elements here and there, but it wouldn't be like filled up with birds and then I don't know, flying arrows and I don't know what else, like gusts of wind with leaves and stuff. Like it would generally be simple and clean, purely because of how our brains work and how they process information before us, before our eyes. Like great artists knew that rule. I'm trying to learn from them. Que bien se ve muy limpia la mala. I cannot understand Portuguese, but Google Translate can. Mesh looks very clean. Oh, you pasted it. The mesh looks very clean, and to give it a pose, what program do you recommend? And greetings from Peru. Oh, hi! Which program to give it a pose? ZBrush. I would recommend ZBrush. You can use plugin called Transpose Master. Make sure that you have like low subdivision meshes, so like low, even lower than that mesh, and then it will bring all of your subtools that you have in here, and it will bring it to the low subdivision level, and then you can pose it with like this stuff. Similar to this. You'll be able to pose it. That's how I posed my entry for ArtStation Challenge. And most of my artworks really have been posed out of ZBrush. Oh, it's not Portuguese, it's Spanish. Sorry, I'm ignorant. Although I studied Spanish and I thought I would recognize it. I guess because it doesn't have those ends have like this curvy thing on top. Looks really clean, thank you. That's the way I like to work. I'm wondering how I'm gonna tackle her earrings, because they're like very interesting. Also, I need to check which way the petals are going. It looks like they're going downwards. Some artworks are painting them upwards, and some are painting them downwards. A bit hard to tell. Let's make them downwards. Given the theme that it's Tears of the Kingdom and everything is like dripping down. If you played the game, you know what I mean. If you didn't, that will sound like a bunch of nonsense. And I'm okay with that. Okay, how are we gonna do that? One way would be pretty stupid, but I'm willing to try it. So let's say this is our base mesh. Well, maybe we should do it one more time because I did it really fast and you can see that it's a bit skewed to the side. Let's append another sphere. Now in the transpose, you can hit the cog and do taper. Taper. Now let's do some inflate. Might not be the shape that we want. Mirror and weld by y-axis with local symmetry turned on. Yeah, that's better. Might need to make them a bit less chubby. Okay. Where are you from, Layla? I'm from Moldova. You can Google it. It's a small country in Eastern Europe. Hello, hello, Lucas. Hi, Layla. Hi, Tatun. How are you today? You look beautiful today. Thank you. I don't feel so good, but like physically, but I feel good mentally because I'm sculpting and I'm hanging out with you guys. But yeah, something like that, maybe a bit taller. Now we need like to model one of those petals. Oh, Nikolai unit. Oh wow, same. Oh, cool. From Moldova? The best way to do it. Oh. Give me 1 second. I just need to check that there's no one lined up ahead of me. Because I've been streaming for 3 hours and 30 minutes. It's a bit long. Longer than usual, for sure. Oh. Let's do this. Yeah, okay. So there's someone lined up straight up to me. I think I'm gonna have to finish it here, guys. Because there's gonna be Anna, Carolina coming in very soon. In 1 hour's time, even less than that. I need to free the space. However, I'll gladly answer any of your questions if you have any, and then I'll head off. Good thing I checked. Get well soon, Layla. Thank you. I could tell by the accent of it. Yeah. Also I have very blocked nose, so my Moldovan accent is like very emphasized at the moment. Oh, I missed your stream. It's okay, it will be recorded, and as soon as I hit end stream it will appear on the channel and you can rewatch it from the start. So we went from here. Ooh, looks a bit green. To here, which is quite a bit of an improvement. Thanks for your amazing stream, Layla. Oh, thank you guys. I just wanted to take a minute to show appreciation for all of your nice words and for coming in, and I see familiar nicknames each and every stream and I recognize you guys, and I really like being part of this community, and streaming here is awesome. And yeah, I'm just really grateful for all of you guys in my life. It's really sweet. Did you study anywhere? Yes and no. Sort of, yeah, I guess I did. I studied on my own, and also I went to like a college here in New Zealand called UB, College of Art and Design or something like that. So yeah. Also, I had some training at my like at different jobs. One was in Moldova. They trained me there, so I guess that's studying. Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty big jump from the previous one. We'll continue working on her hair next stream, and I'll make her earrings on stream as well. And then lots of other details like these ones. And her necklace with the... You see? One person draws it this way, the other one draws it this way. I'll just need to look into what it looks like in the game. You see? It's actually this way. Ah. I really like this reference as well. The way she bends. That's a cool pose. I don't think I want her to be crying though. Would you recommend going to college? I can't recommend because I don't know which country you live in. In some countries, like, employers will look... I guess they'll be more open towards hiring people with education. But from my personal experience, it does not matter. People will, like, employers will hire you if you have good portfolio, and it does not matter how you got there. I'm just saying that I don't know about all the countries in the world, but from what I've heard in the industry, from States, from New Zealand, from Australia, it does not matter. I know that in States, like big companies like Framestore and ILM and whatnot, and like Disney, they have like a preferred school from where they look at potential like newcomers, like recent graduates. It's Nauman School of Design. Nauman School. It's like the biggest 3D school in the world. Like the best. The best. So they will like look for new additions to the team from their recent graduates, that's true. But it does not mean that they will not look at your portfolio, or like they won't hire you if you have a really good standing out portfolio with good characters or props or whatever you like to do in 3D. So I'd say just go for it. Just do your thing. Do stuff that you love. Like all the freelance gigs that I got from ArtStation, people never ask me if I finished high school or went to college. By the way, I never finished high school. So there's that, and I have a job. People don't ask you that on interviews. They ask you about your work. They like go at your ArtStation page, sit down with you, with like a screen in front, and they're like, how did you do that? And you explain like, oh, I used ZBrush, I used Maya for topology, and then I rendered it out of this, and blah blah blah. And they look at that. And your social skills and your technical skills. I'm a baby modeler in Netherlands right now, really looking forward to joining the industry. Yay! Join the team. People like you inspire. Oh, thank you so much. It's really nice to hear that I inspire someone. Seeing your stream for the first time and it's entertaining, really. I was quiet for the most part of it, but I'm glad you find it entertaining. You're inspirational. Thank you. Thank you, that's very inspiring. You guys are so freaking cute. I'm glad to be here. But for now I have to leave and take rest and blow my nose and get better so I don't sound so nasally for the next stream. Follow me on ArtStation or Instagram if you haven't already. For this artwork that will hopefully be posted there soon. And not to miss the next stream that is gonna be on the same day next week, same time. That was fun. Get well soon. Bye bye. See you next week. I wish I tuned in earlier. You can just rewatch it or just comment next week. It's okay. Okay, see you guys next week. Bye bye.